Alright, let's take a look at what they have in Pantheon, Fall of the Rising. Any development being pushed towards making like timed quests, instant quests even. If you don't know already, my favorite MMO and obviously the best MMORPG ever is Final Fantasy XI, which was hugely inspired by EverQuest 1. And supposedly Pantheon is influenced by EverQuest, and the big hoo-ha about it was Brad McQuaid was involved with EverQuest. However, I've been down this road before. They were coming out with a game called Vanguard Saga of Heroes, and then they're showing little pictures of the world, and the world looked huge, and you're gonna be able to just venture around, and it's like the high definition version of EverQuest. But anyway, we're talking about Pantheon, Fall of the Rising, and it's been funded by Kickstarter methods, and they got investors. And then, however, if you look at the past, Vanguard Saga of Heroes and EverQuest was going on, and all of a sudden, Brad McQuaid went from in the works of development of EverQuest to working on something with Sony, and then all of a sudden, then he went off to start his own thing, and then he had like Kirk Schilling, baseball player, investing in Vanguard Saga of Heroes because it was going to be like HD EverQuest and just better than EverQuest 2 was. But they started the development and then did the search for investors to help the game come out and release. And then all of a sudden, the direction of whatever it was supposed to be turned into the same kind of click on little screens and accept quests, and you get XP from quests and go from this hub to that hub. And then you got your like solo enemies with the 1-star, and the other type of enemies are elite enemies for groups, but nobody does it because you can just solo anyway, so who cares? And then you don't need to farm for items because you just do the dumb quests, and then you end up getting items. And why are we doing this again? It's been 20 years, and it's the same quest clicker, screen menu, icon stuff. Oh my gosh. People want, some of the people want to be able to play with other players, defeating tough enemies, and nobody wants some of the stuff that they're working on with Pantheon, like climbing. Oh my gosh, you can climb to get to these secret camps, scale the wall, like you got little suction cup hands, and it just, I don't know, it doesn't appeal to me. But anyway, let's just check out where they're at with Pantheon Rise of the Fallen. Again, I'm going to say, appreciate everything he did, but and it's sad that he's not with us, so nothing against the guy and everything, but it's just I could see they're doing the same thing as starting the game to get it to a mock-up version that they could then show to other people to get the more investment, and then secure enough investment to get the release, and then kind of just pawn it off, get it to halfway decent to pawn it off. And it's basically what's happened again. And then now they've gone from like a nice hope of being a next generation version of EverQuest type of content where you're going to be group focused MMORPG, not solo focused, and getting loot item quest type of stuff, which we've had for so long. And it's just been the downfall of MMORPGs. That's why the classics were better, and it's just not because I started playing in the classics. I've played all the way through, and it just becomes so dull and boring when you can just run through the world, and then like mobs are leashed and stuff. Like, who cares? It's a killer mob. Look out. That's okay. I'll just kind of use my sprint button and go by them. Not really good, but let's check out where they're at with Pantheon. Let's see where we're at here. So we got some videos here from dev streams and all that. They got a new development update, 247 overview. Let's see the early 247 player experience in this walkthrough. Let's check it out. Let's go. Says this is October 29th, 2023.
Hello everyone. In our newsletter released on 10/26, we shared some information about our new 247 mode to the general public.
Nobody liked
If
it.
you haven't already dug into it, I encourage you to head to pantheonmmo.com to catch up on the details. While today is the first public announcement detailing 247, our VIPs and testers have been experiencing the intensity of this new mode over the last month. While this video will not be all-encompassing of the features of 247, it is my intent
See, it's looking too cartoony.
Overview.
There was already a game in 2004 that came out with a cartoony graphics system and this little hotbar junk piled up on the bottom.
Organizing your epic loot and skills, as well as where you'll earn favor with the Watchers. From here, you'll teleport into Terminus's open world, as well as where you will return when you're done with your
Instant travel, instant teleport.
As with anything, stay tuned in to pantheonmmo.com and our socials as we continue to cover more details and updates.
Is this Star Wars The Old Republic or what?
That said, let's get into it. Tazrin's Gaze is your base of operations in 247. Upon starting your journey, you'll begin within the chamber of the tower. Here you'll find your stash, as well as various crafting tables to forge exciting new items to aid you in your survival while exploring Terminus.
Again, them big
Opening your
icon bags. No good. Final Fantasy 11 did it better.
The Scavenger, one of the 11 Watchers. Using a teleporter within the starting room, you'll be taken to the atrium, where the Watchers will reside. Following your torn letter will connect you with the Scavenger, who will give you your...
We're at the pause it there and put these on here. Alright, let's take a look at what they have in Pantheon, Fall of the Rising, aka bare bones Star Wars fantasy version or something. I guess it looks like to me.
First task. These tasks given by the Watchers will enable you to progress a faction system with each one, unlocking new items for purchase and new tasks to further your growth for individual relationships as well as your personal character growth. This includes access to new abilities and skills, as well as basic leveling to increase the strength of your character. The depth of this system will at times pit various Watchers against each other as well, and you'll have to decide which of the Watchers you want to pursue a deeper relationship with for more enticing rewards. It's also important to note that from the tower, you will be able to access a friends list and search for fellow players to group up with before heading into the world. It's always safer in a group, but then you'd have to share loot, so I'll be heading in this gameplay footage.
Oh yeah, but then you'd have to share loot. Oh my god, well let's all grease it up.
Head into Thronefast and face the danger that awaits. Before heading out to complete your objectives, it's important to note that getting prepared is crucial to your survival.
Click on that
Hit your
inventory.
Stash and equip the items you wish to travel out with.
Click.
Also, be sure to set up your abilities properly, as you will not be able to alter your skills once in Thronefast. Oh, and make sure your
seems like Guild Wars 1.
You'll lose what's on your character unless those items equipped are labeled as lifebound. Be forewarned, the level of risk causes some pretty high intensity out there. Once geared up,
I'm sure it's really intense. Let's see.
And you're on your way. It's also worth noting
being highly critical. However,
world,
I wish them the best and
by heading into a PvP.
Sorry for all the struggles and all that, because it'd be great to get
one life to live.
I guess what was promised and what was
means the players around you
promoted,
new
what
people,
what they know people
adds
want.
To the threat that Terminus already possesses. Choose carefully, but remember, with risk comes reward. Sure, you could die and lose all your gear, but taking out another player, well, that means what's theirs is now yours. So which option will you pick? For this demonstration, I've selected a single starter task to explore the lands of Thronefast and find the Oceanside Gate to return to the tower. Sure, it sounds easy enough, but this means not only do we need to survive the dangers we face, but also find the required
dangers we face. Well, it looks like it'd be that bat that stays off the path and kind of just wanders over there.
Heading into a mission, it's really up to you.
Let's see how long this fight lasts. Let's check it out.
To focus on, or
here we go.
Even ignore those
One
tasks
swing
completely and explore the world for gear and experience to boost your character's power the way you want. While a simple task to start, keep in mind whatever you find via enemies or through various loot containers in the world can be taken back to your tower.
Looks like our health has not moved at all.
You'll also find various crafting
been right there.
Or even items
okay, now while you're clicking your menus and stuff,
it's also important
your hit
to note
point
that
just
even if you
you're back
do
to full.
perish on your journey, all the experience you've gained to progress your character will still remain. So I'm going to stop talking Here's some gameplay of me walking through the task given to me by the scavenger.
And it's only resisted because it was like the first time the character casted. After that, it'll be, one shot everything. You know that. Within 10 minutes, one shot and everything. And then why do you have to click on everything to get the loot? It's like, come on. Like mobile games, they try to put as many buttons as possible. Menus and button clickers. And, oh my God. I swear someone just learned how to do buttons. They're like, I'm going to make a bunch of buttons. I'll put buttons there, everywhere. And I know a lot of everybody else likes to put all kinds of crap on the screen and like load up the UI, make it like it's something's going on. I'd rather see the world, see the game, and then the minimum amount of UI as possible.
So that means it's time to find a gate that's open within Thronefast and make our
like I'm walking around. I don't walk around with
Oceanside gate I'm looking for.
Crap like this.
You'll notice gate statuses in the window at the top of the screen.
Anyway,
so be careful, because not all
looks
gates
like another
will always be ready
telewarper
for extraction. So let's head home with our loot, shall we?
Oh boy. Kind of feel bad if you've like pre-subscribed or pre-donated, and
survival mode of gameplay
this is what you ended up getting.
Is truly the Pantheon loop we have been working towards, only with a time limit that adds a bit of intensity to the experience. This allows us to gather some great feedback on our various systems and create replayability.
It was not intense. Don't want to replay it.
Just to reiterate, this is just a quick taste of what
it's just not a good taste, though.
Expect more information in the future, and stay tuned to our various social media platforms for more updates. Thank you for watching, and until next time.
Alright, so we'd love to say some good news about Pantheon. However, I don't know if we'll be able to, but thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe. We'll be adding more good news, hopefully, for Pantheon. We don't know.